Fortunately, we are close enough. 6, 7 years ago, we were concerned about going to a race and qualifying, not how much money we were going to win.
If you were to quit right now, what do you think Ed would say?
Well, I am sure at this point, drag racing is like any other profession. As you do it and do it and do it and live it and eat it, you would think you would like to stop and do something else. The grass always looks greener on the other side. But I think after a couple of months or 3 or 4 months, it would look different. I think she would like to go back to it.
Well, you're famous now for these quick changes in equipment from one brand to another. What do we anticipate in the future here?
Well, I don't think we'll make any major changes. We might go back to another car for one race sometime during the year, but I think we'll stick with the Chrysler.
And this Cajun Nationals could be the 9th consecutive NHRA National Event victory for Bob Glidden, a record I don't think will ever be matched.
While Etta Glidden does a tremendous amount of work in the pits and in the shop at home, she also has an important function to perform on the starting line, helping out with Bob in the burnouts, orienting Bob on the racetrack, keeping tabs of the car prior to it leaving the starting line, making sure there's nothing leaking from underneath the car. Etta Glidden concentrates on that Christmas tree just as hard as her husband, Bob. In the first round of racing at the Cajun Nationals, Jim Canet of Lilburn, Georgia, drew the honor of racing against the #1 qualifier. He red-lighted away his chance for the win, and Etta Glidden showing the reaction of joy in her face as husband Bob takes another first-round win. Red light left at the starting line. Etta Glidden heads back to the pits for more work. One of the true fans of drag racing is Louisiana Governor Edwin Edwards, and he presented to Shirley Muldowney a special plaque in recognition of her first 5-second elapsed time ever in the state of Louisiana, set during qualifying. Earlier in the evening, the overflow Cajun Nationals crowd at State Capitol Dragway thrilled to the 8 low qualifiers in the first round of Funny Car Eliminator. The defending champion Bob Pickett ran against Kenny Bernstein in the first round, and Pickett, losing to Bernstein, lost his chance to become a repeat champion. Tom Hoover, the hottest driver in the funny car circuit today and currently leading the World Championship Series points chase, losing out to Raymond Beadle in the famed Blue Max. Simon Menzies in the far lane overstaged and red-lighted away his chance as he had a shot at the low qualifier Ron Colson. The national champion Tom McEwen against John Force in first round racing at the Cajun Nationals, and John Force prevailing, eliminating the Mongoose in round #1. The racers remaining in the semifinals include Kenny Bernstein. 5 years in retirement, coming out last season, this year marking it very well. Ron Colson drives for Roland Leong. The title of the car, the name of the car, the Hawaiian. John Force, a longtime West Coast racer, moving into the top of the line National Championship Tour in 1979 and doing a great job, will be racing in the semifinals with Blue Max and Raymond Beadle from Dallas, Texas. This is Kenny Bernstein. Bernstein out of Austin, Texas against the low qualifier Ron Colson, driving Roland Leong's Hawaiian. Bernstein, as we told you, out of drag racing for some 5 years. Prior to that, he had driven top fuel dragsters and funny cars both. Laying out for about 5 years, starting his own business, becoming a very successful independent businessman, deciding to come back into drag racing and doing it a big way. Ron Colson, the latest in a series of top drivers, for one of the best-known car owners in the business, Roland Leong. He always calls his cars Hawaiian, and his entries have won several national championship titles. In the darkness at State Capitol Dragway at Baton Rouge, this is semifinal round racing in Funny Car Eliminator. Both cars stage. They leave the line together. A lot of smoke coming from the rear tires of both cars as Bernstein holding on for the win. Bernstein taking it at 6.49 seconds. His speed only 202 miles an hour. Here in instant replay, you see Ron Colson going up in smoke. Kenny Bernstein driving all over the racetrack as both cars losing traction.
Kenny Bernstein down here remarking that it's getting a little loose. You're all over the racetrack.
Well, I'm telling you, I didn't even know if I was going to hang on for a second. She just got completely sideways. It recovered okay, but I guess we put a little bit too much power in there for what's happening to the weather right now.
We have to go back somewhere in the 60s to find Kenny Bernstein in the final round, don't we?
A long time ago, I tell you. I think 73 of the Winter Nationals was a runner-up there, but this is the first major one that we got to the final in a long, long time.
Okay, we'll let you get back to that beautiful black truck of yours in the pit area as Leroy Goldstein, your crew chief, gets it ready.
Right. Thank you very much.
A very dejected Ron Colson heading back to his tow truck and will be going back into the pits, loading the Hawaiian, heading to another racetrack in another day. This is John Force, the Corvette-bodied funny car, to match up against Raymond Beadle and the crew gathering around Beadle's car. Off in the darkness, it's difficult to tell exactly what is happening, but Beadle's crew, working frantically, is yet to fire. Force having completed his initial burnout. Force, only 29 years old, just started into the national tour this season, and thus far has got some fine elapsed time with that Corvette-bodied funny car. But of course, the Blue Mac, one of the best known names in all of drag racing. Force not taking advantage of the one shot that he might have to take an easy single. He could have pulled up and staged, and then it would have been the pressure on Beadle to fire it and get it to the line immediately. Force doing another burnout, obviously going to be trying for the best time that he can. You saw there the starter giving the signal. It'll be a single, and that's what's being signaled from the Beadle crew. That's it. The Blue Mac's out of competition. Some mechanical problems. We'll attempt to find out why, as John Force, on a single run, he must make the same number of runs as his competitor, which is Kenny Bernstein, having already won his semifinal match. It'll be Bernstein against Force in the finals of the Cajun Nationals. Right now, let's see if he can notch a low elapsed time, lower than the 6.49 second time by Bernstein, to give him lane choice. John Force, on his way to a good run. He does not. 6.52 seconds at 227 miles an hour, and that could be an important factor in the competition in the finals as to who gets the choice of lane. A dejected crew around Raymond Beadle's car. The car, we understand, unable to fire because of ignition problems.
Well, Dave, certainly it's going to be two of the most beautiful funny cars in all the world in the final round here at the Cajun Nationals. Kenny Bernstein's Chelsea King out of Texas and from California. In his rookie year on the Pro Tour, he's been drag racing on the West Coast for a number of years, but the first time with a really quality operation is John Force. And I'll tell you what, when he gets the helmet off, it'll probably be full of adrenaline. These guys have worked hard. John Force, did you think it was possible? The final round of national event.
Can I say, the Lord's with me here. I'm digging that. He, I guess, brakes didn't fall with Raymond there, and they fell with me, and I'm going to put Wendy's right in the winner's circle on this next run because she ran good, and she shook just a shade, but she was making it. She's ready to run.
Okay, you didn't get lane choice, so Bernstein ran a little quicker. Is that a factor, do you think?
It could be a factor, but I think when the Lord's rolling with you, it's rolling. I'm going in that final round.
On a hot roll, John Force.
That's the finals for the Cajun Nationals. It'll be John Force in his Corvette-bodied car against Kenny Bernstein driving the Plymouth Arrow-bodied creation. All three of the professional categories contested at the Cajun Nationals had 8-car fields. Earlier this evening, we saw the factory hot rod. Wally Booth driving the AMC Concorde parlayed a big hole shot into a big win over Ronnie Sox driving for the team of Sox and Martin. Two competitors were unable to make it back for the final eliminations due to the rain delay. Their opponents received bye runs. They were paired together in the first round of eliminations. Lee Shepard and Randy Humphrey each winning on this run. Bob Glidden, moving into the semifinals, we met him earlier, has absolutely dominated pro stock racing for the past 2 years. The man that set the new national record just several weeks ago from Long Beach, California, driving a Plymouth Volare, is Randy Humphrey. A man that has already won 2 Cajun Nationals titles. He won a modified title and a pro stock eliminator title. Lee Shepard driving for the team of Rare and Morrison. And the driver out of Berkeley, Michigan of that AMC Concorde, this is Wally Booth. In the semifinal round, it is the national record holder, Randy Humphrey, against the former record holder, Bob Glidden, carrying the big number 1 on the side of his car, indicating that he won the World Championship title in pro stock last season. The Valari against the Plymouth Arrow. Glidden with a slight lead at the middle of the track. He extends it at the finish line. Glidden winning over Humphrey 8.61 seconds to a losing 8.66. Here's how close it was in instant replay. Wally Booth looking for another of those great hole shots. He'll need it to beat the Chevrolet of Lee Shepard out of the Rare and Morrison shop in Arlington, Texas. Booth driving the AMC Concorde, finished 9th in the world last season, while Lee Shepard was number 4. Not much of a hole shot for either driver. Side by side, they head down that quarter mile. And just by inches, it's Lee Shepard, 8.72 seconds elapsed time to a losing 8.81 for Wally Booth, and here's how close it is. Engineering and chassis design play an important role in drag racing. To recognize this, the Fram Best Engineered Award. Earlier, Steve looked at the winners.
A very clever chassis innovation has earned for the owners of this dragster, Rick Luce and Tom Williams of Garland, Texas, the Fram Corporation's Best Engineered Car Award here at the Cajun Nationals. An adjustment at the front of the chassis combined with a pivot at the rear of the chassis means they can move the level of the engine up or down, putting more weight on the rear end or taking weight off depending on changing track conditions. Very clever, and it does work. They set the national record just a week ago.
Throughout this Cajun Nationals Championship, 5 categories of sportsman racing have also been in competition. The top of the line of sportsman racing is Pro Comp, a broad spectrum of race cars, and they faced a special challenge. From Groves, Texas comes Charlie Smith, rising like a dinosaur from the swamps around State Capitol Dragway. His antiquated front-engine dragster with its supercharged Chevy engine drew looks of disbelief from his competitors. Riding in their sophisticated rear-engine cars, the wonderment gave way to dismay as one of their own fell. Once again, the ancient mount approached the starting line and was equal to the challenge. Concern spread rapidly as our man named Smith returned to defeat yet another of the shiny new machines. Yes, the dinosaur is for real, and Charlie Smith and his front-engine dragster is in the finals against Wayne Clapp, driving a car constructed with the latest technology.
In your wildest dreams, even if you got to the final, did you ever think you'd face what people have been calling the dinosaur?
No, I hadn't. In fact, I saw that car at a couple points meets before, and I thought he was on, exhibiting it or something.
He's running awful good.
Oh, yeah, he is. He really did run good. So, this is no easy deal.
Let's not be complacent.
Oh, no, Anybody that makes it to the finals, good enough.
Well, the short time you've been in Pro Comp, it's a real credit to yourself and car owner Dean Thompson. This is Wayne Clapp going into the final round against the dinosaur.
We'll be back in just a moment with the finals in sportsman racing. And can Wayne Clapp stop the impossible dream of Charlie Smith? At the Cajun Nationals at State Capitol Dragway in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, I'm Dave McClelland and the National Hot Rod Association crew checking over the track. Steve's with our Top Fuel finalists.
Dave, I've got the king and the queen of Top Fuel drag racing just moments before a storybook final round here at the Cajun Nationals. 77 world champ Shirley Muldowney. You don't usually talk to the guys you race before the race, do you?
Just say good luck and safe race. That's about it.
What do you figure he's doing to his car here behind us?
It doesn't look like they had any maintenance to do, just, general maintenance, the same as we had to check bearings. That was it.
Kelly Brown, what's going on?
Well, we're obviously trying to make a winner out of it. We're doing everything we know how to do. Shirley is running in the 5s, and we're running very consistently, but we're about a 10th back. So we didn't have to do much maintenance, just overhaul, check everything, and we're trying to find that 10th that she has and maybe put another half a 10th on top of that. I'm not saying too much. Are you crazy?
Best of luck to both of you, and it looks like just a great final round here.
Thank you, Steve. Good luck, Kelly.
Thank you. Good luck, Dave.
Dave McClelland, two very classy people and a real credit to the sport of drag racing. Shirley Muldowney, Kelly Brown. They're going to go at it.
Steve, I thank you, and we'll be seeing the finals in our professional categories in just a moment. Right now, let's take a look at the final race in Stock Eliminator. From Stuttgart, Arkansas comes the Chevrolet of Dennis Oliver. First time ever in an NHRA national event final competition out of Columbus, Ohio. Driving a Buick is Dick Baker. This is handicap racing when one car gets a physical head start In this case, Oliver gets the head start over Baker, trying to hold off the charge of the passenger car at the finish line. Can he do it? And Dennis Oliver, your stock eliminator champion at the Cajun Nationals. In instant replay, we see from half track on, Oliver with about a 2-car length lead coming into the speed traps, and at the finish line just about a half